All right, folks, we're back. And this one is something that came across my feed earlier today, and I've seen a few posts about it. Apparently, Bentonville is abandoning Portland. Walmart is closing all of their stores in the Portland area. And I can't say I'm surprised. Portland, Seattle, much of California, the blue cities, blue counties, and blue states have gone full woke. Full, we are not going to stop people from embracing their right to protest by robbing businesses blind. I still see videos that people post of people coming in, grabbing everything they can, and just walking out. Police won't even come to take a report. The employees are not going to get into an altercation with 20, 30, or 40 people who are robbing them blind, and the stores are losing a lot of money. So Walmart is just pulling completely out of Portland area. And a couple of comments I've seen is there will be people who cheer it because, oh, we don't want Walmart anyway. They're a horrible, bigoted company. But those same people will be also complaining that they're having to spend more for everything. Some years ago, not far from me, Walmart opened a new location, and the residents of that city were split. Many of them protested in front of the Walmart. They didn't want Walmart in their city. But those people stopped when others produced video of the protesters driving to a neighboring city to shop at Walmart for the cheaper prices. It proved that they are the type, I don't want Walmart in my city. It brings in a bunch of trashy people, but I'll happily drive and shop with them in the other city where I don't care what happens. It's going to hit the working class hardest because Walmart does have pretty much the lowest price of a large-scale chain. Yeah, you can still go to Dollar General or Dollar Tree and get, chicken noodle soup or SpaghettiOs or stuff pretty cheap. But it's nowhere near the supply giant that Walmart is. Not to mention, Walmart moves in, mom and pop stores die. In the city I grew up in, we had a little bitty store. And, this is before the advent of Wally World, the super Walmarts. And it was probably half the size of that Walmart. It was a basic little grocery store, okay? People shopped there until Walmart put in grocery. When Walmart put in grocery, people started going to Walmart for everything. Walmart even ran off Sears because you could buy tools and you could buy sporting goods and you could buy automotive stuff and you could buy a ceiling fan and paint and everything there. I've heard stories of Walmart putting a neighborhood market in a very small community, which runs off the little privately owned stores and gas stations. But then when Walmart's not making millions upon millions upon millions, they're not making the huge payday, they close, leaving that tiny community with nothing. And there is part of me that says, you got a bunch of bean counters and lawyers in Bentonville, Arkansas that had to have known you're not going to be making the profit you want off that tiny little town. So why'd you open? Were you trying to kill the economy there? And the other part of me says, yeah, they didn't look at it. I will never know which is true. But Portland is about to be the model for what's going to happen in a lot of places. Another prediction that I have made, people who shop there, they're going to start ordering delivery, be it shipped or Uber or whatever else grocery delivery there is. But as the thugs no longer have Walmart, the thugs are going to widen their depredations. The area will not be safe. And the delivery people will not go there. And then we will hear the true screaming. We have a right to low prices and a right to have our delivery and a right and a right and a right. And no, you don't have any of those. Get your butt in your car, drive to the neighboring city that has a grocery store still, because you didn't want people being arrested for rioting and businesses left. Ultimately, though, it's going to cause these blue cities to collapse, then blue counties, then blue states. And when the thugs decide, well, we'll go where there's still people, and they hit a red county or a red city or a red state, and they end up in prison, then we'll go back to square one with the idiots like Harris, AOC, Booker, Swalwell, Waters, and the rest. This is just such a racist attack on the underclasses. They just don't understand there's nothing else these people could do. As I've said, I lost my IT job last June. Yet to be able to find anything full-time. I'm still working on that, still looking. So I drive DoorDash. And trust me, I've seen what happens at the end of all the riots. They pile into Escalades and Ford Explorers and big trucks, and they go back to their homes in areas where people don't riot. You run DoorDash for 6 to 8 hours a day, you can make anywhere from 60 to 100 or more. Yeah, you're buying gas, but I can go 2 days on a half a tank. So if I make, let's go conservative. If I make $150 in 2 days, I'm spending $20 on gas. I've made $130. If I can do that 15 times a month, 14 times in February, all my bills are paid and I still have groceries and everything else. It's not that they don't have any other way. It's that they don't have a way to get free. And they've got the police so scared of their politician lobbyists that think, oh, well, we can't get the Democrats after us. Especially when you have the now VP of the U.S., while a sitting senator bailing rioters out. Yeah, this is what the globalists of the world want. They want civil unrest, they want riots, they want violence, and they want fear everywhere. Because they firmly believe if this happens in the U.S., they can come out and say, well, we can't protect you until you give up these rights. You have to give up your guns, and you have to give up your speech rights, and you can't go to church, and you can't do this, and can't do this, and can't do this. If you'll agree to that, we can protect you. And they think the entire country will go, oh, yes, please, please, please. They don't know that when that happens, it will make 1776 look like a garden party. I never thought I would live in the generation, middle-aged, as I watched my country crumble. I thought it was thousands of years in the future. But I do remember Reaganomics. I was very, very young, but I do remember the 80s. And then 1,000 Points of Light, read my lips, no new taxes. Then we got new taxes on things. Then I feel your pain. Don't ask, don't tell. W brought us half step back. Then we got Barry, who actually bemoaned on camera that he wanted to fundamentally change the country, but the founders' rules were getting in his way. He actually said he was upset he couldn't bypass the Constitution. We got 4 years of a president that was working for Americans, and we all remember 2020. Cardboard and windows, observers kicked out, hundreds of thousands of ballots marked only for Biden, no down ballot races, all the same, delivered in duffel bags, 3 a.m. And we're told, oh, don't question, don't be a racist. A man who all but never campaigned was more popular than the man who was president while the current guy was VP. And we're told not to question this. Make no mistake, they're going to keep doing it. 2024 will be worse. And part of me just says, Lord, come quick. I firmly believe we're living in the last days. And I will not be upset to be proven right. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Remember, keep it civil. We're here to discuss, dissent, and debate, not scream and yell like toddlers. As always, please make sure you're subscribed, notifications on, so you know whenever I post. And until then, y'all have a wonderful day. God bless.